students, today I shall discuss the relationship between sociology and social anthropology. So, anthropology in most countries incorporates archaeology, physical anthropology, cultural history, and many branches of linguistics and the study of all aspects of life in simple societies. Here, simple societies are referred to uncivilized or primitive societies. It is the study of primitive human societies and cultures and their development. So, sociology is the study of modern complex societies and the conflict and cooperation which is existed in the society, and the complex relationship of human being with different organizations and institutions are studied by sociology, whereas anthropology was the study of simple societies which is not complex. So now we need to know when social anthropology developed. So social anthropology developed in the West at a time when it meant that Western trained social anthropologists studied non-European societies and often thought of as exotic, barbaric and uncivilized. That means when Western sociologist or anthropologist studied about non-European society, European society is considered as developed society, isn't it? So when they studied non-European societies at that time, already they have the mindset that those societies were not developed. So they studied those societies as exotic, barbaric and uncivilized. But times have changed and we have the erstwhile natives, be they Indians or Sudanese, the Nagas or Santals, who now speak and write about their own societies. And the anthropologists of the past documented the details of simple societies apparently in a neutral scientific manner. It is assumed that they present their collection or whatever information they collect, they present those information in a very systematic and scientific fashion. But in practice, they were constantly comparing those societies with the model of Western modern societies as benchmark. While studying any society, we do not need to be biased, but here it is seen that somewhere the anthropologists were biased, so they compared the societies and they compare with the Western modern societies. So obviously they will find that other societies are backward. So they present those societies from their point of view. Social anthropology tended to study simple societies in all their aspects. For example, the Andaman Islands, the Neurs and Melanesia, normally it is studied societies untouched by civilization. But sociology study complex societies and it focuses on the parts of society like the bureaucracy or religion or caste or a process such as social mobility, etc. So social anthropology studies the communities which are untouched by civilization, and sociology studies the complex societies like bureaucracy and religion and etc. Okay, here you need to know the meaning of social mobility. Social mobility means movement of people, families, households or other categories of people within or between social strata in a society. It may be upward mobility or downward mobility, but there is a movement of people. Okay, so social anthropology was characterized by long fieldwork tradition, living in the community, studied and using ethnographic research method. That means in the field method, the researcher used to go to the field and they stay with the community members to collect information about that particular community. But sociologists often relied on survey method. That means the researcher prepare a set of questions and asks the respondent to fill up the questionnaire and collect quantitative and qualitative information based on the questionnaire, and they represent those information statistically. Okay, so through this method sociologists used to collect information, and social anthropology rely on field work. That means they go to the community, they stay with the community members and collect information or observe the behavior. Okay, so today the distinction between simple society and complex one itself needed a major rethinking, because in India it itself is a complex mix of tradition and modernity, of the village and the city, of caste and tribe, of class and community. So you can find the both the mixture of tradition and modernity. Next point is that it had been feared that with the decline of simple societies, social anthropology would lose its specificity and merge with sociology. However, there have been fruitful interchanges between the two disciplines, and today often methods and techniques are drawn from both sociology and anthropology. Nowadays, we hardly say that this society is uncivilized, isn't it? So social anthropology merge with sociology and they do their studies. They mixed both the methods and collect information. For example, if anthropologists want to study the state and globalization, so we cannot find any field there where anthropologists can stay, isn't it? So in that particular case, the social anthropologists use survey method and collect information about the state and globalization, its impact on the society. Okay. Next point is sociologist too has been using quantitative and qualitative techniques. Quantitative techniques deals with numbers and statistics, while qualitative techniques deals with quality. Okay, and macro and micro approaches for studying the complexities of modern societies. That means how a particular topic affect the people who reside in a particular area and in a large area. For example, how globalization affect the people who reside in Guwahati, that will be the micro approach, and if we study how globalization affect the people of India, that will be the macro approach. Okay, so these are the relationship between sociology and anthropology. Okay, are these points clear? Thank you.